Hi guys, I'm going to do a little get ready with me. I'm going to show you my Saint One Compact makeup. I've already color corrected my under eyes and a couple of spots that I had on my face. So this is the Saint 12 Compact, so it holds 12 full-size tins or more tins if you add your eyeshadows in. That they're half the size of the full-size tins. So basically I have my whole face in this one compact. I have my color correctors, my contour, my concealer, brightening highlight, main foundation, lip and cheek color. I have a bronzer, illuminator, extra lip and cheek colors, and eyeshadow colors. So it all fits in one compact. Everything's in here except my mascara. I like to start with doing a little bit of a bronzer before I apply my foundation. It helps to even out my skin tones. I have some age spots, sunspots, so hyperpigmentation. So if I take just a little bit of bronzer before I apply my foundation, I can kind of even out the skin tone a little bit, and then I can use less product overall. Sometimes I will just use a little bit of bronzer and color correct my eyes and not even use a foundation now that I'm getting my skincare in check. I'm feeling better about my skin. I don't have to wear as much makeup, but I'm gonna show you a full face application. So this is just, I'm using the blend brush to lightly apply a little bit of bronzer all over to kind of try to help even out some of those dark spots. And then I like to use, this is a smudge brush. I like to use this for my contouring and highlighting. I'm going to use a darker contour today than what I have been using because my skin has gotten tanner and the contour color I was using isn't really showing up so much. So this is indigo, and I like to apply kind of right on my cheekbone. And a little bit across my forehead, along my jawline. This helps to define the jaw. This helps to define the cheekbones, kind of chisel them out a little bit, gives more dimension to the face. Then I like to contour my nose. So everybody's nose shape is different. For me, my nose has gotten wider, bigger as I've gotten older. So my goal is, in contouring my nose, is to create a longer, slimmer effect. So I just kind of contour along the top of the nose, a little bit on the tip. Then I go in with my brightening highlight, and I add a little bit to my forehead, the center of my forehead, and down the center of my nose. A little bit on my upper lip. So I don't like to use a lot of concealer or brightening highlight because the lighter shades tend to accentuate the lines on the wrinkles. So I just do a little bit to kind of highlight the center of my face and draw attention there. I often will put a little bit here to create a more lifted look in the eye, and a little bit on the inside here. For my main highlight or foundation, I like to use the fluffy end of the blend brush. So the fluffier the brush, the lighter the coverage. And I don't want to apply a lot of product. So I use this fluffy end, and I just start applying everywhere else. Everywhere that I haven't already applied contour or brightening highlight. So this just kind of adds a little bit of that main foundation. I like to add a little bit of cheek color just above where I've put my contour. And these are lip and cheek colors, so they can be applied to the lips and the cheeks. Sometimes I even use lip and cheek colors as on my eyes as an eyeshadow. Okay, so once I get that all on, I actually like to spray a little bit of a setting spray. This is the Saint setting spray in my hand, and just kind of dab my brush in there. And I'm going to use this to blend everything. So I do it with a tapping motion. And this is setting the makeup and blending all in one technique. So I'm doing this where I've applied my main highlight or foundation, and then just very lightly swiping and tapping over the contour color. So contouring your forehead works really well, especially if you feel like you have a larger forehead. By adding contour, it's going to decrease the appearance of the area. And we've created a shadow here at the cheekbone to create dimension. I'm just tapping, slightly swiping upward. You want to keep everything going upward. And this is blending that contour and the lip and cheek all at once. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You could do your contour and then separately do your lip and cheek. It's just personal preference. Play around with it and see what works best for you. So I like to just tap and press it into my skin. Otherwise, if I do too much swiping, I end up getting carried away and removing too much color. I want to keep that color right where I've put it and just kind of lightly blend it. And then just blend that jawline. So creating that shadow there helps to define the jaw. And I do a little bit here in my, trying to disguise my little turkey neck. So when it comes time for the nose, I like to just lightly tap that in and then lightly brush and tap where I have that contour on the top of the nose. So it's a very natural looking application. You can apply more product using a denser brush. Is going to pick up more product. Like I said, I use the Real Fluffy brush. See the difference? Like, this is very dense and this is very fluffy. And this is the blend brush. This is the one that I use the most for my application. The blush bronzer brush is the one that I use the most for blending. I want to show you, you can actually go straight into your cheek color with the blush bronzer brush and apply more. So that gives you a little higher concentration of pigment when you do it that way. So now I'll just add some eye color and mascara.